Have you ever wondered how to make delicious breaded pickles at home? Imagine biting into a crunchy, tangy delight, a perfect blend of texture and flavor that leaves you craving for more. Sounds tempting, doesn't it? Well, it's not just a figment of your imagination, but a simple, delectable dish you can whip up in your kitchen. Breaded pickles, a gastronomic adventure waiting to unfold. Well, wonder no more. Today, you'll discover how to create this tasty treat in your own kitchen. Before we dive into the cooking process, make sure you have all the necessary ingredients at hand. First off, we'll need some pickles. They're the star of our show after all. You can use any kind you like, but dill pickles often work best for this recipe. Next, we need some flour. This will help our coating stick to the pickles. You'll also want to have some eggs on hand. They act as a glue between the pickle and the breading. Then we have our breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs are recommended for that extra crunch. To season our breadcrumbs, we'll need some garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. These will give our breaded pickles a nice kick of flavor. Lastly, we'll need some vegetable oil for frying. A neutral oil like canola or sunflower works well too, as it doesn't overpower the taste of the pickles. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to start the fun part, cooking. First, we need to get our pickles ready for breading. Begin by draining the pickles. This is a simple process, one that requires a colander and a bit of patience. Pour the pickles into the colander and let the juices flow away. You might be tempted to rush this step, but remember, slow and steady wins the race. Draining the pickles ensures that the breading sticks to the pickle and not to the liquid. Next, it's time to dry our pickles. You can use a kitchen towel or paper towels for this process. Lay the pickles on the towel and gently pat them dry. This step is crucial. If the pickles are wet, the breading will slide right off, leaving you with a soggy mess instead of a crisp, golden treat. Now, why is this two-step process of draining and drying so important? Well, it's all about creating the perfect texture. When we bread and fry pickles, we're looking for that delightful crunch on the outside, with a juicy, tangy pickle on the inside. If the pickles are too wet, they won't achieve this balance. Instead, they'll either be too soggy, or the breading will fall off during the frying process. So remember, take the time to properly drain and dry your pickles. It's a small step that makes a big difference. With our pickles prepared, we can now move on to the next step. Now, it's time to give our pickles a delicious crispy coat. The breading process is a three-step dance that includes flour, egg, and breadcrumbs. Each step plays a crucial role in the texture and taste of our breaded pickles. Let's get into it. First up is the flour stage. This is where we'll dust our pickles. Flour is the unsung hero in our breading process. It might seem like a simple step, but it's the bridge that connects our pickle to its crispy shell. The flour helps the egg wash adhere to the pickle, ensuring a thorough, even coating. Next, we dive into the egg wash. This is where we give our flour-dusted pickles a quick swim. The egg wash acts like a glue, binding the breadcrumbs to the pickle. It also adds a level of richness to the final product. Make sure you roll the pickle around in the egg wash to get a good, even coating. The final step in our breading dance is the breadcrumbs. This is where we roll our egg-washed pickles. The breadcrumbs are the star of the show, providing that desirable crunch in every bite. To get a thorough coating, press the pickle gently into the breadcrumbs, ensuring they stick to all sides. Remember, the key is to keep one hand for the dry ingredients and one for the wet to avoid a sticky mess. This is what we call the wet hand, dry hand technique. It's a little trick that will make your breading process smoother. If you're looking to add some extra flavor, feel free to mix in some spices with your breadcrumbs. Paprika, garlic powder, or even some grated Parmesan can take your breaded pickles to a whole new level. Remember, breading is not just a process. It's a craft. Each step is essential, and each layer contributes to the final crunch, flavor, and satisfaction. So take your time, enjoy the process, and look forward to the crispy, delicious results. And just like that, our pickles are breaded and ready to be fried. Now comes the exciting part, frying our breaded pickles. First things first, we're going to need a deep frying pan filled about halfway with oil. Canola or vegetable oil works best for this. Heat it up to around 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll know it's ready when you drop a tiny piece of bread into the oil and it sizzles straight away. Now, carefully lower the breaded pickles into the hot oil. Use a slotted spoon or a pair of tongs to avoid any oil splashes. Fry them until they turn that delightful golden brown color, which usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Keep a close eye on them though. You wouldn't want your pickles to get too dark or worse, burn. Once they've achieved the perfect color, remove them from the oil using your slotted spoon or tongs. Let them drain on a paper towel-lined plate to soak up any excess oil. This will keep your breaded pickles crispy and not overly greasy. Now let's talk about serving suggestions. Breaded pickles are fantastic as they are, but they can be even better when served with a tangy dipping sauce. Think along the lines of ranch or blue cheese dressing, or if you're feeling adventurous, why not try a spicy sriracha mayo? So there you have it, delicious homemade breaded pickles ready to be devoured. So that's how you make breaded pickles at home. Simple, isn't it? Let's do a quick recap. Gather your ingredients, prepare the pickles, coat them in the breading mix, and then fry until golden. Remember, this recipe is highly versatile. Don't hesitate to throw in your favorite spices or alter the breading mix to suit your taste. The world of breaded pickles is yours to explore. Give this recipe a try and enjoy the crunch and tang of your homemade breaded pickles. Happy cooking!